Okay, so this is exactly how I sell. It's two super intentional strategies that I use over and over again. These are the exact methods I'm using in my business to make consistent sales through Instagram stories. The first approach is what I call the fast cash approach. This is my go-to for low ticket offers and works perfectly for impulse buyers. The people who don't need to think twice, they see the offer, they see the urgency, and because the price is such a no-brainer, they buy immediately. The key to this approach is keeping it insanely simple, okay? Sometimes it's literally just one Instagram story slide. I share what the offer is, I highlight why it's amazing without over explaining stuff, and I give one clear call to action like DM me flash or click here to grab it. And that's basically it. No long explanations, no begging, just a solid offer, shot straight into their lap. And the DMs come rolling in completely automated. Now let me show you a real example so that you can see how powerful this is. On March 13th to 14th, I used the fast cash approach for a $10 flash sale. In just 24 hours, I made over $4,300. I was offering my faceless starter bundle for only $10. That's a price point that literally feels too good to be true for the value that I deliver. And that's exactly why it worked so well. People would feel stupid saying no to this offer. It was like a no-brainer, and that's what impulse buyers need. I actually ran 2 more flash sales that same month, and you can clearly see the spikes in my sales here when I use this strategy as well. So every time I do it, it just simply works. I usually use this method like 1 to 2 times a month. Of course, not too often, because otherwise people wouldn't buy my products on my regular prices. But there are a few things you need to know to make this strategy work for you too. You will need one story slide only, okay? Don't overcomplicate it. You will also need one juicy offer and make this offer irresistible, okay? Like a really attracting discount or something like that. Then add one line of urgency, something like only available for the next 24 hours or only for the first 5 people who jump in or something like that. And then add one clear call to action. Ask them to comment something like flash or yes or I'm in, because this pushes your story even more, because Instagram boosts stories that get a lot of replies, okay? So the more replies, the more visibility. You're aiming for cold leads, people who don't need a lot of warming up. They are ready to buy now. And here's my little sidekick. I always set up a ManyChat automation for these flash sales. So when people reply to my call to action, they get an automated message with the link and some basic info. And that's how I've made these $4,300 completely automated. And that still blows my mind that this is possible with just 1 or 2 Instagram stories. Yeah, I wasn't sitting there replying thousands of DMs. I was just putting out the story and ManyChat did the rest basically. And yeah, the system did work. And another important tip to maximize your revenue with this method is to use the $7 sales strategy with order bumps and upsells. So even if your main offer is super low ticket, you can add more products in your funnel to boost your total revenue without much extra effort. And yeah, that's basically the beauty of the fast cash approach. It's simple, it's effective, and it's extremely scalable. My second approach is completely different. It's slower, it's more emotional, more trust-based. This is where I use storytelling, okay? My personal journey, my struggles, my transformation. I talk about the things I've overcome and how my offer helps other people get there as well. It's not pushy, but it's powerful, because people buy when they feel seen, when they can relate, when they believe that change is also possible for them. And the way I make them feel that is by speaking in their language. I use their words, their pain points, their dreams, and that's the key to emotional connection. You're not just talking at them, you're talking with them. Now I want to show you a real life case study of how I use this approach. I always go for storytelling when I'm promoting higher priced offers, like my courses. For example, when I promoted the Create Faceless Wealth course, I used this exact method. Over the span of 4 days, I made over $11,000. That's 38 sales just from showing up in my stories. And that's just so crazy. So for this approach, it's not about quick and flashy slides, okay? It's more layered and more intentional. And here's how I personally structure it. I use multiple story slides for that, okay, to build a deeper connection with my audience. I also share testimonials, screenshots, and client results to build credibility, because this is also so important, especially when you're selling higher priced products. I also talk about my own journey in a relatable way. And I repeat my message every single day during the promotion period. And yeah, I'm not using ManyChat automations here. This is because this is all about building relationships, replying to DMs personally, and having real conversation with people. It's more effort, but it converts really well, especially for offers that require more trust before people buy. And that's usually the case with higher priced products. But here's the key, this isn't a one-time thing, okay? I repeat the strategy a lot over weeks and months, because people need more than just one touch point to make a decision. Most people will see your offer 5, 7, or even 10 times before they finally make a move. And that's completely normal. This is exactly why consistency matters so much. You can't just post once and expect magic and a lot of sales, because this is just not simply how it works. You need to keep showing up, keep telling your story, keep reminding them why your offer matters. Yeah, the storytelling approach builds long-term trust. It turns followers into loyal buyers, and when you combine it with the fast cash approach strategically, you create a system that brings in sales both short-term but also long-term.